Good morning. I will call the Board of Water Wastewater Commissioners meeting to order for April 29th at 9 a.m. on Chatham Road. We have Commissioner Goff, Underwood, Thompson, and myself, Noreen Donahue. So we have a quorum. And we also have Superintendent Jason Trapani, Board Secretary Tracy Alves, and in the audience joining us is Cindy Williams, the Harwich Chamber of Commerce Executive Director, to help give us some pointers on the informational meetings that we will be starting to have over the next few months. So it's going to be a little bit shorter agenda than we usually have. So I don't see any public for public comment, so we'll go over that. We have no abatements today. Tracy, we just have to remember to sign that folder that we forgot last time. I put town meeting on the agenda just in case anybody had any last minute questions. As far as I know, in general, Jason will be there, Dan will be there representing us, Jeff Gregg will be there for GHD. I got a couple of friends who may speak if questions about water quality come up, people who have chemical backgrounds, and of course any commissioners who want to jump in the fray are always welcome. But our basic articles are pretty straightforward. The discussion will be on other things, I think. So if nobody has any further questions about town meeting, we'll move right along. Okay. So the main reason we're here is at our last meeting with good advice from Cindy Williams, we talked about having an informational meeting on May 14th for the businesses in town. And originally, we had not planned to have any community meetings until the end of August, but some good advice of people who deal with the businesses, we were won over because apparently after Memorial Day, they just would not have any time to deal with this. Again, as was said at last meeting, we won't have all the information we like because we won't have that till the bid comes in, which will be around the second or third week in June. So until then, we don't know whether the job is going to start at the Herring River Bridge or if it's going to start at South Street or at some other place. We don't know traffic information yet. But the main thing that we'll be trying to convince them, not convince them, but relay to them at this meeting is that we're going to be giving out information all summer long. And we're going to utilize Cindy to help us keep in touch specifically with the businesses, and that we intend to be, you know, extremely proactive with information. With that said, I guess we just want to go over kind of like how the meeting is going to go and how we're going to communicate. Cindy, I don't know where the latest version of the customized, I don't think, is that the one I sent?
That's the one you sent me.
Right,
Yeah.
no, there's a whole new one kicking around somewhere.
Here it is, you can have that.
And this is the one for town meeting, I think Jason just told me.
That's town meeting,
It was right here.
Yeah, that's town meeting.
right, so
Which
we want.
isn't a bad thing, because.
No, we want the May
Yeah.
14th one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's.
No.
Well-
Hang on.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to pull it up this morning. Sandy, give me a minute. It's the one with the,
I can go print some of those out if you'd like.
yeah,
And then if someone can email, if that's gonna be the final version,
what,
after today,
we're gonna
Yeah.
discuss it.
because we have a newsletter going out tomorrow,
Oh, okay,
and I'm gonna send that in it.
all right.
Even though it'll go to our whole database, it's
Right.
better for people
That's
to
all right.
know.
If we have
And
people
more
in the
information.
corridors, we'll figure it out.
That's all, we got that one last week.
On the last
It's
meeting?
been changed,
Oh, it has?
yes, by the staff.
Okay. Oh,
So while she's getting those, I don't know if there are copies of these anywhere.
Is that the, for the town meeting?
Town meeting, I just want to give the board.
She's
Okay,
printing
so
them.
they all have one right in their packet.
Oh,
You have one in your packet also.
okay.
well, and there's this other page
The
too.
last.
Yeah, that's on the back of it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, Jason, I'm just not,
It should be right underneath there. It's all the way in the back.
Yes, the
Yeah, but-
last page.
I don't see it there.
Nope, yours is right there.
It's right on the, yeah,
You must have undid it.
two of them.
You want to take mine?
No,
It has writing on the back.
It's at the very end.
There we
There
go.
you go.
okay. So this was the one that we looked at last meeting, and since then, the staff added our, letterhead and a few things to it. And this has already gone to the printer, okay? I noticed they took off the little tab that said information on the other side that had been on a lot of versions. But at any rate, so you'll have it. This is the one that will be given out by the tellers at the check-in place at town meeting, so. And then we're gonna have whatever extra we'll leave down your John.
Yeah, we'll have down at the
Yeah.
chamber on the desk
Right.
that we can hand out.
Okay,
Now,
so,
question, I know that's one for town meeting and has specifics on the back. Can we use that one for our newsletter, even though it's gonna be the same for town meeting? I mean, it's best to have everybody know what's gonna happen.
Sure.
So I'm happy, so if someone can send me that electronically, we'll get that in.
okay. Well,
If you think,
yeah,
'cause I did like the breakdown of the
Right.
stuff on the back.
let's get through it a
Yeah.
step at a time.
Nice.
I believe that you already have one.
Thank you.
All right, no, oh, no, this isn't it. All right, we gotta get it right. This is the one with the remote access that Sandy sent me, that I said to her, make available for Tuesday, I thought. It's this one. Can I just get 5 copies and then we'll,
Isn't that what she just gave us?
no,
What's different about the one you
it's
have?
got the remote
You want 5
access.
copies of yours?
Yes,
I can add that in.
This, the
after
one
the
she
meeting,
just
too.
gave us has remote access.
no,
That has
Different.
the actual link, I think,
Yeah,
Noreen's
it's
trying to
different.
say.
Oh,
I just want
I
us
see.
all to be looking at the same thing. That's
Got you.
all. Out so late last night.
You gotta stop dancing
I
until 3 in the
know,
morning,
I know.
lady.
You know,
Come on.
I see a table and I can't help but climb on it.
And how many lampshades did you take out of your house
I'm off
last
of those.
night?
I'm off of those.
You're off lampshades, okay.
Done with the lampshades. It's summer.
That's a summer thing, all right, yeah, okay. Tracy's like, what are you guys talking about? You're crazy.
Our meetings are a little different.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is in my computer, so let's look at this.
Okay. Yes.
But the main person to help is Cindy.
Great. Okay. And the back will be the same though.
When we get to it. So this is the one, the staff had suggested, the water department staff, that the remote access be right on it. And I do think that's right. Personally, I don't think it should be blue on blue. You know, I can barely read it. I think we should change this color so that we can read the go-to meeting stuff better.
Do it the yellow, even though it's the same up top, just do it the yellow if you want to stand out the.
Whatever,
yellow should be fine.
you know, but the blue on blue is too much, I think. So, I'd ask Cindy what you think of this newer version.
This is perfect, because any of the businesses that can't attend in person,
Mm-hmm,
they can hop on. So
Yeah.
this is perfect.
okay. I'd ask the board for any comments or discussion.
Just the link itself, you can just, whoever's working on it can just highlight it and make it black.
Whatever.
Because
Yeah.
I like the blue, because we're talking about water, I don't know. Can you read the rest of the things in blue?
Yes.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh, I know, yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if the link can just get made with black ink,
Like the line below, yeah,
yeah,
that would be
you
fine.
can, you just highlight it and
Yeah.
make it black.
So what we're saying now is now, how are you sending these out, Cindy?
So this will go out in our newsletter electronically. We have a monthly newsletter that we do, and so this will be in it.
So I'm curious, how do you get like a front and back in a newsletter?
So I'm gonna have you send me the front, this one, and then the back piece.
Mm-hmm,
So then we'll pop it into our newsletter.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, and you're happy with it just exactly the way
Yeah.
it is on the other
Yeah.
one?
That's perfect, because it breaks it down.
The only thing that we really should change, and I didn't catch it before it went to the printer, but we should spell out DOT as Department of Transportation. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, we should never have
Right.
this is the public, yeah.
yeah.
At
But yeah,
least
if you
once.
send me this today, we'll get it right in.
Okay,
And
so,
then, do you want me to use the map as well that Jason sent me? Or
I
not,
haven't, I
or not
haven't
now?
even seen it.
Yeah,
was at
that's
the last-
good.
I was at the last meeting, they asked me to send that to her.
That's good,
Yeah.
Okay,
that's good.
all right, so
Yeah,
this,
it gives
and
them
then
an
the
idea.
back side,
Yeah.
that'll all be in this newsletter that'll go out late tomorrow.
Can I have a copy of that size map at some point, Jason?
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, because all I have is the big one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you printed that out
I did,
correctly.
yeah.
Okay, so she printed it out. I can print one out for you that
Okay.
is that size. Yep.
Okay, so,
You know where Route 28 is?
no, you're gonna take me there after this meeting now, remember? Yeah.
You want me to show you how deep down the pipes go?
Yeah, I've stayed up in Headwaters for 25 years, Alan. I don't go
We're gonna
beyond.
dig a hole in
When you
28.
say the
That's
bridge,
Brewster, isn't it?
when you say the bridge, I think you mean the Azalea Street Bridge, when you say going over the bridge.
Well, someday you can graduate to the Herring River Bridge.
That's
you
right
go.
behind my house, the Herring River, if you want to come sit on the edge.
Well, I'll bring my rowboat.
Okay.
We'll float down to 28.
Oh, it's not easy. All right, so we're gonna get these documents together today, and we're gonna get them to Cindy, and she's gonna include them in the newsletter, which will go to all the businesses, which is good. As they have customers that have to get to them all along the way. Now, were you gonna do a separate email to them, or maybe the newsletter is sufficient at this
The
point?
newsletter will work, and then we'll do another one as we get closer to the date to
Okay.
remind them.
Okay, all right, great, yeah.
The more information that they have, the better. I mean, what happened up in East Harwich when all the sewer was going on was the best thing ever. We had a lot of meetings with
Yeah.
them, I was always out in front of them. I think I mentioned to you, we can do some crazy live videos on Facebook,
Yes.
just to remind people.
Right,
For some crazy reason, they like to see me on live videos,
yeah,
and it's informative. So people are visual and it's fine.
right.
You know, so as the project gets going, I can go down to the Herring River and go, we're down here today, just FYI, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The more we can just keep everybody informed,
Right,
the happier they are. Even though it may be a little challenging
Yeah.
for them, to make sure they know that we're keeping them and their customers informed,
Right.
so they still can do business. That's key.
when I think that will really come in handy, will be after the bid opening when we have those details, and then you can refer people to a video where you can be standing right in the spot where you say, this is where it's gonna start. you
Yeah,
know,
exactly. Yep.
Right,
Yeah.
stuff
Like
like that.
this meeting is great because we're giving them a heads up,
Right,
showing a collective unit
yep,
that we're collaborating and partnering
Mm-hmm.
together to keep them informed.
yep,
And this is gonna be as much info that we have, but to let them know that
Right.
these meetings will continue so that they know that
mhm,
we're here to help.
yep.
And that's very important.
That's right. And, over the course of the summer, as things, or even the fall, even the fall when it's not necessarily in front of them, it might be a mile away, if they ever want to come into this board as a group and ask questions, or have meetings with Jason and the staff and Steve and everybody else, happy to accommodate.
And any information that we want, if we want to have big maps or
Yeah.
anything down at the chamber, we can.
Okay.
We did that during East Harwich.
Yeah.
We had the big giant maps of everything, but certainly whatever you need me to have down there, we're open 7 days, so.
Okay. So the meeting opens at 6 o'clock. I just want to go over the format of the meeting quickly. So, we want Jason and Steve to be Steve Hicks to be the main faces out there. So I'm thinking, but please jump in, that like the board would sit to the side of the T. Yes.
I have to be in Boston,
Oh, it's all right, honey. Yeah.
Governor.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know how these are gonna be, there's gonna be so
Yeah.
many, we can't stop and make sure we're all there anymore, but thank you for letting me know.
I'll do a
Yeah.
cutout of me.
All right, yeah, okay, we'll do that. Yeah. But, as you face the front tables of the Griffin Room,
Maybe I won't win the
The
election.
board will be on the side.
No, I guess that's before the election.
you and Steve and Bob or whoever, or whatever would be in the middle. Bob and Eric
Yes, Eric.
will be on the side. And what I've told them, Cindy, is that when Bob, who is our main engineer on this project, Bob Drake,
Yes.
okay, I prefer him to give his presentation from the podium rather than from the chairs, because I hate the back to the room on a situation like this, so he can do that. So, you're gonna open the meeting?
I'll open the meeting and I'll turn it over to Bob.
Yep, so, and you can introduce all of us and thank everybody for coming. And then introduce Bob and hand it over to him. By that point, we will have seen his slide deck in advance and we'll edit it. We don't want it to be too much in the weeds. This is more for information about timing than it is about depth of pipes or, things like that. So it won't be a lengthy engineering presentation, more informational. And so then when he's done, we would probably go straight to questions. So we can all take any questions that come up. Bob can sit back down on the side like where Joe Myers usually sits. And we can take and note, and Cindy will be there, questions from the audience and answer some, but just take some down to help us in the future. And as far as you can ask the board if they want to say any closing items, and that will be up to the board.
Yep.
And I'm kind of hoping this will be done in like an hour and 15 minutes, fairly short and sweet, and out of there.
If you'd like, Noreen, where it is with the businesses too, before Jason opens it, if you'd like, I can do a little welcome and I can introduce Jason.
How does that sound?
Sounds great.
So then
Yeah,
we're right out of the gate showing the partnership,
yeah,
all right?
I love
Absolutely.
that.
Yep.
I love it. Because when we were talking with staff down here too, we're anticipating it's a little hard if they get a lot of phone calls when we don't have the information yet from the bid. But I think most people, in this case, are gonna respond to you because they get it from email. It's natural
Yeah,
to
exactly.
respond back. And of course, you can be in touch with either me or Tracy or
Absolutely.
the
No,
staff.
they do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll send an email like I did last night
Right.
regarding one of the articles that the restaurants and food establishments need to make sure they come out for on Monday, and they were already emailing me, so absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, it's kind of like the handoff too, because this is a water department project, not a board project. Did you want to say? No, I'm sorry, saw your hand, yeah. You know, so we have to, you know, transition over to that, you know, so. I mean, I can't think of anything else, if
I think
that's
it's
it.
gonna be great,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
A short and sweet one. I just want to build the confidence out there for them to know that we're going to be here and we're going to stay here, and as we get more information all along, we'll keep disseminating it in whatever fashion we can.
and we don't have an idea of the timing, I mean, if it's gonna be before Columbus Day or after,
No, we won't know till the bid. Everything's about the bid.
of course,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, so. And even then, you know, Department of Transportation has a minor role, you never know. Conservation slowed us up with some orders of condition, you know, all these things can just happen, you know, so they took a lot longer than we expected, so. A lot of wrinkles in the permitting world. So, well, if everybody's happy with that,
Yeah.
we only met because it kind of came on us suddenly at our last meeting.
This is great.
We're off and running. So, I guess what we'll do is pick our next meeting, unless anybody has any other comments. Now, I kind of wanted to go till, like after Memorial Day, but I don't know, will we want to debrief after this meeting, or is that necessary? What do you think, folks? Not, I mean, our next regular one would normally land like on Election Day, and people don't really like, we don't want to have it on Election Day.
And you may have a different commissioner.
Don't even. I'll talk to you later. So I'm saying that if we want to have one a week after the info meeting, then we could consider the 21st, or we could go to the week of Memorial Day, but I think people might be busy that week as well. What do you think, guys?
We don't have anything pressing, do we?
No, we really don't. Can you think of anything pressing, Jason?
No, the 20th?
Not the
Maybe?
20th,
No,
no.
not the 20th.
That's the election
We
day.
we have the contract for the
Hydraulic?
hydraulic model.
Yeah, but
But, I mean, we can,
we
just
already
need
voted that.
signatures,
we already voted, you
So
can
we
just come
can
in and
even
sign.
sign that.
Yeah.
you
No,
know,
I don't
come in
see
and
anything at this
whatever.
point, no.
I can't think of anything, so,
First week of June?
well, the question is, does the board think we need like a debriefing meeting after the info meeting? So do we need one the week of election week? And I'm not saying the 20th. Or do you think we not need one? People can watch it, maybe we don't have to sit and talk about it.
And I think if we put it off for 3 weeks, it doesn't matter, because
Right.
nothing's gonna, I mean,
Because when's the bid start?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
No, everything's waiting on conservation, waiting on
Yeah.
permits, waiting on, you know.
are we waiting for public comment before the bid?
No,
They're
no,
not- they're-
no, we're waiting for conservation approval on the bridge area order of conditions.
So
So,
why
yeah.
don't we just kind of
Yeah.
wait it out?
Yeah,
And just
And
do
then
your normal
when
meeting
you
in
could
June?
see,
yeah.
makes sense, you could,
Right,
we
Yeah.
can call a meeting
okay.
for
So,
a reason.
so I think what I'm hearing is we don't need a meeting the week of the 18th.
No,
No.
Do we want a meeting the week of the 25th?
wait a minute.
All right,
So just we're gonna play this by ear for a couple of weeks anyway. Let's see what transpires as we move along.
Mm-hmm,
Because there'll be something crop up we'll need to deal with.
right.
So I'd rather kind of wait it out a bit and just kind of in the
Okay.
back of your mind, we may have a meeting after town meeting.
All right, so,
If worst come to worst, you can always, like, advertise it.
right. And I
Advertising.
was fine with you, Alan, until you said after town meeting, so,
Yeah,
so,
Don't get her riled up. She's
Huh?
getting nervous. It'll
What?
be fine.
well, no,
Yeah. And we can always pull together a meeting in a few days.
I
yeah,
understand.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Um,
that's what I'm saying.
I'm just
If it-
trying to get a sense of what would be the initiating moment. Would it be the bid? What would it be, Jason? Somebody tell me. What,
No, he's saying if something comes up that's
I understand.
unexpected.
yeah,
Yeah,
right,
so let's look to let's put something on the books for June. And if something comes up in May that we need to address,
Okay.
you guys will.
that
yeah.
sounds great. That's all
Yeah.
I needed to hear was
Well, that's
specific.
what I said 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, but, you know, you're an old timer, you know.
Does that make me young?
Hey, something-
Oh, I meant in the colloquial.
I'll tell you one thing, I've forgotten more than you even know.
I won't dispute that. I won't
love
dispute
that.
that, you know.
Great.
All right, so it
Yeah,
looks
tell
like
them
we're
about that
gonna,
one.
they don't listen to me anyway. It looks like we're talking about setting one for June 3rd.
Yes,
Is that correct, folks?
that is correct.
All right. And if something comes up before then,
And we are always ready.
Did I ever show you my,
you certainly are that.
did I ever show you my annual town report
June 3rd.
from 1879?
Is that okay with you, Jason?
Oh, yeah.
And if we're lucky, the bid will already be out by then.
I hope so.
I know, me too.
Actually, I don't know what I do with
And that gives us a little time to breathe as well.
What's that?
my annual town report. I never showed you that, did I? Next time I'll,
Okay,
and I got water bills. They go way back,
yeah?
1941,
Oh, I'd like to see that,
yeah.
yeah.
It's my life.
What's that?
Don't have to just sign it. So, with that said, I would say superintendent's report.
Superintendent's report. Route 28, Phase 2, Herring River. We have received the Wetlands Protection Act, the WPA Order of Conditions.
Oh, that's what I was just talking about, okay.
Yep, so we received those, and I passed them along to Bob. He is working on that. He's
Okay.
gonna, working on the contract, putting that together, so I'm
Right.
hoping that that can get out to bid shortly.
Right.
He is all set.
And will I see the bid package
Yes.
before it goes out? Thank
Yep,
you,
yep.
okay.
We are working together on the May 14th, the business outreach. Bob and I will be working on that.
And you and I will pick a time to go through the slide deck in advance.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Route 28, Phase 1, there's no new news on that, it's still in Mass DOT's hands. Let's see, hydraulic model, we're working on the contract right now. We'll be finishing that up. No news on the vehicle. Currently working on a grant for GIS for all the hydrants and the gate valves in town.
Cool.
Through the state. They give a grant. I'll have more news on that, and also an asset management program for the water department
Great.
and the wastewater department. So I'll be doing that.
Now, I thought that an asset management program for those things had been begun a few years back.
It did. It needs a little bit more in-depth.
It does,
Yes.
yeah. Okay,
Per the state, per SRF funding. So I'm working on getting that grant through the state of Mass. Phase 3, wastewater construction, it's installed, really. they're moving up 39, and they're doing a good job. We have 2 new generators that are being delivered here. They're mobile generators. I guess they were part of the Phase 3 contract when they put that out. So we will have those here. Those will be ours.
Oh, nice.
Great.
Yep, Bay Road, no news on Bay Road, just that they are coming up with a remedy for that. They'll be putting that sewer up Bay Road. I think I told you this last meeting that they will be a little bit lower, and Vicksburg, the Casey's will be tied into that new sewer. That's the plan, so.
How much deeper down does it?
It'll be a little bit deeper down, and their sewer will drop into it, so it won't be level with it. It'll drop right into it. So
Okay, yeah.
hopefully that goes as planned, and that'll be really good that we can solve that
Yeah.
problem there.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I was curious on Phase 2 of the about 125 stragglers who haven't connected yet. And I understand the primary mover in that is the health department. But I'm hoping with this nice warm weather, it'd be nice to get them all moving and finish off Phase 2. But,
Yeah, I know that they're sending out notices.
yeah.
They are sending out notices to connect, whether they're a reminder or
Yeah,
enforcement. I'm not sure
Right.
what the health department is doing.
okay. Okay, well, we'll have high hopes. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Alan, Commissioners report.
0.
Oh, okay. Judith,
Nada.
All set?
John, and I, shockingly enough, am all set. So with that, I would take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Can't get it in there quick enough.
Wow.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, 4-0, and we are adjourned.